What's up, guys? It's Eric with FisherDrumming.com, and today we're going to be talking about tom grooves. How do you break out of the same repetitive things you keep playing on your toms? Especially if you're playing a 4-piece kit like I am, there's only so much you can do. You got 2 toms to work with, okay? So one of the ways we need to make our tom grooves sound better is we need to start coming up with better sticking patterns to move around the kit. So I'm going to take a 16th note tom groove, and I'm going to show you these 3 different ways you can move your hands around the kit as well as bringing your kick drum. And just these small changes will make your tom groove sound a lot more interesting, less repetitive, and you'll have more to work with when you're playing a kit like I am. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of the groove. Our kick drum and our snare are going to be playing the same thing the same way throughout these variations. So that's going to make it simple for you. Our kick pattern is going to be playing 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and Okay, so just internalize that pattern. And then our snare, we're flamming on 2 and 4, all right? Standard, right? So we got 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E. That can be a groove in itself, man. You just start moving with that alone. Now here's where I'm gonna make it really simple. Instead of going through each individual note and counting it out and breaking it down in sections, we're gonna be looking at what we're really doing on the toms here and how we can change those notes out. And it only ends up being 6 notes that are really changing within the measure. First, let's take a look at how we're gonna start the groove, and that's gonna be up to the 2. Okay, so we're just gonna be playing up to the 2, and that's gonna be 1 E and a 2, okay? So we got rack, rack, tom, kick, snare, and then we're gonna be playing our kick with our right hand on the first downbeat. So 1 E and a 2. So now let me show you what that really sounds like to a click and follow along with me. That's just going to be up to the 2. We can start off the groove that way. Now that's not the part that we're changing. I just want you to know how to get it started. The part that we're actually going to be changing is the E and a 3 E and. Okay, so we got E and a 3 E and. 6 notes we're working with here. And don't worry about the counting and where it's falling. Just follow me on the orchestration and the pattern we're playing on the toms. So picking up on the E after beat 2, we have E and a 3 E and. E and a 3 E and. And then we're going to be always ending with and 4. Kick, flam on the snare. And 4, okay? So altogether that's E and a 3 E and a 4. And now what we want to do is just loop that, okay? And just play that one part over and over until you get that pattern memorized. So let's do that together, nice and slow. So now let's move on to the second tom variation for those 6 notes. We'll look at the third, and then we'll put it all together so you can hear how it sounds utilizing all three of these different variations in one groove. So picking up on the E again, after beat 2, we have kick, toms, kick, tom, tom, tom. Both hands unison notes, left hand on the rack, right hand on the floor. We got E and, then a kick by itself, E and then we got 3 E and, kicks coming down on that first one. Our kick is exactly the same. So all together, E and 3 E and 4. All right, now let's play that again nice and slow so you can hear it up to speed with a click. Okay, so now we're moving on to the third variation, the last subtle change that we're going to do with our toms. Remember, our kick's exactly the same, E and 3, and now our toms going like this, E and 3, E and 3, E and. So low, high, low, low, low. Now counting with our kick, we got E and 3, E and 3, E and. Okay, and then remember always kick snare on and 4. So now let's play that to the click, and then after you get that familiarized, we'll play it all together in the groove, all three variations together. Okay, so now we can put the whole thing together. We can really look at the whole picture now that you've understood those three different tom variations. I don't want you to get confused with the counting, but here's the cool thing about this. If we look at how we were playing that, we were playing E and 3, E and 4, right? That's 8 notes. So all we're gonna do is just keep cycling those 8 notes. As soon as we finish that first variation, we move on to the second one. And it's automatically gonna play it in time, play it in the right spot for us if we just cycle through those 3 different variations we learned. Because it always ends with and 4, and then we're always starting over again the same way with our kick. So I'll show you those 3 different variations played back to back, and then we'll start off the groove the way I told you in the beginning. 1 E and 2 will just be tom, 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 kick, snare, and then from there, it's all gravy, all the 3 variations you just learned. Let's do it together, play it nice and slow, and then we'll speed it up and start having some fun with it. right, guys, that's going to do it for this lesson. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. But before you click away, remember, we have more drum lessons available at fisherdrumming.com. If you're looking for some more in-depth courses on linear drumming, improving your kick and hand speed and chops and performance on the kit, or if you're a brand new beginner and you don't know where to start, we have a beginner's course available. So go on over to Fisher Drumming, check out the lessons available there, and I'm sure there's going to be something that'll suit your needs. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, share, whatever you can do to help support the channel. I hope this was helpful. I'm looking at new subjects to do for this, and we haven't done a tom lesson yet, so I was like, man, we got to get into the tom grooves. If you like this, let me know, and I'll come out with more just like this, guys. See you on the next one. Take care and have fun.